Okay, a lot of lights. Okay, take a deep breath. Hello, everybody. My name is Damla Fehmi Sertbay, as you heard. When I first heard about this invitation, I thought, okay, nervous, what I'm going to say. And they said, just go through your journey, your life journey, and it should be okay. And I heard about the topic, and I was thinking about the topic, and I thought, okay, this topic, this is something which benchmarking, like this is what we all face during our lives. We just compare, we all hit those limits, and then some of us, if they realize that they have hit those limits, they say, okay, I need to do something to go over those limits. So my journey starts at the high school, at the secondary and high school in Kyrenia, in Cyprus. I have been a good student. I was hardworking, and hardworking students, they have to study science. That was the thing, like you have to do science if you're hardworking. And I was like, okay, this should be it. So I was doing physics, my chemistry, biology. I was good at my numbers, but it's like the aim is always you got to be a doctor, and then if not, maybe a dentist, and because I was successful as well, they were pushing me through that science route. And I thought, okay, I like chemistry, I'm going to be maybe chemist. And the final year of the high school comes, and I'm going to apply for these chemistry degrees in the UK. And I think myself in a lab coat, and inside a big laboratory, finding the next big compound, or, and then I realized there's no laboratory. There is nothing, just locked doors, in Cyprus. What laboratory? What am I experimenting? What am I founding? And I realized that moment that, no, this is not going to be my limit. I have to think of something else. And then as a daughter of a chartered accountant dad and a banker mom, I thought, okay, I love my numbers. I spent up until my age of 16, I was either at a bank after school or at an dad's accountancy office, working on the typewriter, working on the calculator, adding up all the numbers, making sure it all looks neat and balanced, I was just giving those financial advice to these people and making the businesses happy and comfortable with their finances. So I made a big turn, and I applied to the universities in London, and I studied economics in Queen Mary, University of London. I left here when I just turned 17. I'm August-born Leo, and I just turned 17, and that's it. I was on the plane going to this huge city out of Cyprus, like this cosmopolitan city on my own as a little lady. What I'm gonna do? Yeah. And as a small community in Cyprus, people know each other. And throughout my school times, they all knew who Damla was, and I was the highest ranking student at the end of the high school. So I came to the first lecture, and I sat on the big amphitheater, and nobody knows me. Nobody knows who I am. I'm just a number, 41669. That's it. You're not allowed to put your name on anything, not on an exam paper, nothing. I'm just a number. What I'm going to do? How Damla is going to put herself forward to show the world that she is capable of doing something? So I worked really hard, but I lived the good life of the London as well, thank God. And I finished my degree with first class honors in 2008. And at 2008, I decided that I'm going to follow my dad's path and I'm going to become a chartered accountant because it was niche area in Cyprus. They didn't have many chartered accountants at that time. So I was going to get a contract on a company, on an accountancy company, and get my day's exams. And I realized it's 2008. One of the biggest financial crises of the time. The Lehman Brothers collapsed, so many people got redundant, and nobody's gonna employ a graduate, recent accounting, finance graduate in the middle of a financial crisis, I thought, especially in London. So I made a critical decision I applied, but I thought, during those assessments, during those interviews, I have to be seen. I need to explain myself. So instead of sitting in my room, going through those psychometric tests for 20 minutes, I decided to apply for like a more medium-sized firm, which will be more similar to my world in Cyprus. Like in the big four firms, you would go to a client, you would sit at that client maybe 2 months, just doing the accounts, checking the accounts. But we weren't going to have that similar scenario at home. So I applied for this top 10 firm, and I got my offer there, very luckily, February 2008. And I started my training in September 2008. It was very fast, 3-4 years. I was out all the time doing the audits, and then there was a time, oh my God, 3 years of training period is over, and all the exams were over, and then there was a time to graduate, and I was 25, and at that moment I stopped and think, okay, what do I do now? As a young lady, I had to make a journey, a road for me. I graduated, I've done my training, I finished all my exams, and I became a chartered accountant in the beginning of 2012, and I decided to come back home. Many of them thought, oh my God, she's leaving London, okay, she's leaving it all behind for the warmth of home. But I thought, this is not a step back. It was coming in full circle, I got all my things, all my positivities, achievements on my shoulder, and I'm coming to show myself. I come home, I joined the firm that my dad has been partner for the past 30 years as the first female partner of the firm. The firm has been founded in 1973, and I was going to be the first female partner. And the next thing I realized, there's no single female chartered accountants practicing in the northern part of Cyprus. So being first is not easy. I had to spread and show this with my work. Unfortunately, the leading positions, most of the leading positions are still held by males in the finance world. The first chartered accountant, just a quick thing on this, the first chartered accountant, Mary Harris Smith, she was born in 1844, but although she became accountant, she passed all the exams of the institute, she wasn't allowed as a member of the institute until she was 75, just because she was female. She spent her life from 16 till 75 doing books of accounts, auditing, but she wasn't the registered accountant up until 75. We celebrated 100 years of female in accountancy in 2020 in Cyprus. It was a very good event. I was happy. I was the only one from the northern part of Cyprus, and the rest of my colleagues were from the south. So we will see what's going to happen on that side. I am very happy to be part of this really good family at my office, Erdal Co. We do audit. We have the lack of auditing and providing financial consulting services to some of the very successful clients in the northern part of Cyprus, like İşbank and Turkcell that we all know. So it is an honor for me to provide these services for them as a female accountant. But there has been many times I just walked into those boardrooms and they thought I was just an accounting assistant trainee, and I had to just smile and give them my business card and to show them, to prove them who I am. In the TRNC financial sector, I just want to add this as well. I am the board member of the Businesswoman Association as well, and on this association, we are mentoring, coaching lots of female businesswomen who want to step up into the business, set up their own company, or needs just financial advice, just needs a way or just a courage to step up and show themselves. I want to wrap up my talk slowly as I'm coming to the end of my time. So I just want to say, to make a difference, just stand out from the crowd, just work. Working, you don't need a spotlight. Just show up, do your work, and the world will notice. Be resilient when it comes to work. Don't give up easily, faced with challenges. I've seen women crying through deadlines and crying through triers and doubters, but they still deliver brilliance. So keep on working hard. Thank you.